Hi, I'm doing a video response on our wikis that we have done for our intro class, which everyone did a really great job on. I focused on three specific wikis. The first wiki was early language disorders. This was really interesting, and I really loved the content that they used, and especially their chart that they put on for their age development and their intervention charts. They were really simple yet extremely informative. The next thing I really liked was their appearance, how they laid it out. It was very organized, and they were one of the only groups to actually use the tabs to organize their information. And then lastly, the references were great. APA format, they were easy to look over, and as somebody who was reading it, I would be able to look up the sources myself. The second wiki I chose to do was the hearing loss for American veterans. I particularly found this one really interesting because not only did they discuss the hearing loss itself, but they specified a group, a population, and the information that they gave us was all pertaining to that specific group, the American veterans. One fact that I found really interesting was that 60% of veterans returning from Iraq and Afghanistan came back with hearing loss and tinnitus. The graphics were really great. Some of the pictures that they used, especially of the ears, I found interesting because we're also learning this in anatomy, and I was actually able to use their pictures and their resources on some clarifications that I needed when I was doing my anatomy notes. The writing was at college level, and it was professionally written. And lastly, they did a case study. It was the video that they posted on the case study about how one American veteran got a hearing aid, and he was able to use the hearing aid and compose a piece on the piano. And kind of go back to a hobby that he really, really enjoyed and loved to do after hearing loss. And so the last wiki is the autism spectrum disorders. This was extremely informative. It was also a really great recap on autism, and especially because there's just so much information out there. It was nice to kind of find this one place to have all this information, I think, which also all the other wikis did do, and find what you needed to know about autism. The section that I found interesting that I saw that was different than the other wikis was education with an autism spectrum disorder. And as a former educator, I really enjoyed that they added that, and I really enjoyed reading it and how there are special classes and special techniques for these particular children and how they're utilized within the classroom. And also have really great videos and wonderful pictures, and it was professionally written and very informative. All right, thank you, and I hope you enjoyed.